minutes, and I cannot wait to taste this brisket beefcake. Looks amazing. Let me make a cut. There's a bit of a smoke ring around the top there. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So we mixed up all of our ingredients to make our meatloaf, and then we put saran wrap inside of a pan and then put the meatloaf inside of that so that we can stick it in the freezer for a couple of hours. Our smoker's sitting at about 275 right now, and that's kind of where we want to keep it. Now, because this is partially frozen, it's going to take a little bit longer to cook. So it's going to take probably an hour and a half, 2 hours at 275 degrees, maybe even closer to 2.5 hours. So we'll check it every 45 minutes or so. So let's go ahead and get it popped out of here. That's why we have the saran wrap on it, and onto the grill. We do that so that it'll keep its shape so it doesn't fall and lose its shape during the cook process. If you start it frozen, it'll stay in the shape that you freeze it. Alright guys, so this has been on for just about 45 minutes, maybe a few minutes over. Let's go ahead and take a look at it and see how it's doing. So it looks like it's doing pretty outstanding. It kept its form, and that's why we froze it to begin with. So I'm going to leave it in here another 45 minutes before I check it again. And then we're going to start adding some of that amazing extra that makes this beefcake not your mama's meatloaf. So we're 1.5 hours in to this brisket beefcake, not your mama's meatloaf. So we're going to pop this top off, and we are going to start adding that glaze. It's going to make the difference between this and your mama's meatloaf. So to make the glaze, what I did was I took about 6 ounces of ketchup, 2 ounces of your favorite bourbon, 1 ounce of Worcestershire sauce, and a heaping tablespoon of your favorite barbecue rub. You mix it all together, whisk it all up, make sure it's at least room temperature, maybe a little bit warmer, and we'll glaze it on the meatloaf, the beefcake, and set it back in the smoker for another half hour. So we're going to close this bad boy up, and like I said, we'll be back here in about a half hour. We'll glaze it again, finish it up. Alright guys, it's been another half hour, so we're going to take the remaining glaze, we're going to hit the top of the meatloaf, the brisket beefcake, and we're going to let it set in for another 30 minutes. At the end of that 30 minutes, we're going to check the temperature. If it's right around 180 to 185 degrees, I know that this meatloaf is done exactly how I want it to be. We're going to pull it off, We're gonna throw it on the tray here, cover it up, let it rest. It'll bring itself up to temperature right around 200 degrees. We'll slice it, test it out. Let's get it glazed. Alright guys, it's been our last half hour with our brisket beefcake because it's not your mama's meatloaf. We're going to get it sat on our tray, let it rest for a few minutes, cover it up, slice it, taste it, and let you know how good it is. Let's get it off. Alright guys, this has been resting for just a few minutes and I cannot wait to taste this brisket beefcake because it's nothing like your mama's meatloaf. Man, it looks so good. It's got that bourbon glaze on top of it. Looks amazing. Let me make a cut. Let's try it out. Winner, chicken dinner, brisket beefcake, not meatloaf, brisket beefcake. Guys, this is so much better than just regular 80-20 beat that you get at the store. Get you some brisket. If you're doing a competition trim or a backyard trim, save up your brisket trimmings, make something out of it, don't throw it away. Hey guys, red, brown, yellow, black, and white, we are all stronger when we unite. This is Brisket Medic. Drink more water. I love you.